What is up, guys? It's your boy here, and I'm back at it with another video. Today we got it with a little bit of a different twist. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it's a little bit more dynamic and interesting for you guys. So in this video we're going to talk about how you can still make 2025 your best year yet. So stay tuned. But first I need to eat something. Okay guys, so the first point is you have to make a decision that you want to make this your best year, that you want to make a change in your life, whatever it may be, okay? You have to make that decision. Now, the first thing is, when you're making that decision, is picking a key point of what it is you want to change, okay? What is the thing in your life the most that you want to change? Is it your career? Is it your body? Is it your dating situation? Is it your money? Whatever it may be, you have to make a decision that that's what you want to change, and you have to make it number one priority. Number one, okay? As it says in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 to 24, you were taught, with regard to your way of life, to put off your old self, which is being corrupt and its deceitful desires. Okay, so let's just break that down. That's only verse 22. So let's just break that down. Saying, in regards to your old life, you've been taught to put away the deceitful desires and because your body's corrupted, your flesh is corrupted. Okay, so you've been eating bad foods, you've not been working out, you've been chasing girls in the club, you've been spending your money stupidly, yeah? You've been doing that, your old self, because it's corrupt, it's the way of the world, it's the way of the flesh. So you have to make a decision to put that old self aside, okay? Then it goes on to say, to be made new in the attitudes of your mind. Okay, so you have to change your mindset. It's a mindset shift, okay? You have to focus on what you want to achieve. You have to go for it, and you have to make that decision as a man that you want to go and achieve that goal, okay? And to put on your new self, so again, making that attitude change from the inside outwards, okay? From your mindset outwards, changing your attitudes, okay? Created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to go to church all the time, read the Bible all the time. It's good if you do those things, okay? Now, I'm not saying this that you have to be like God and you have to give money, all your money to charity, and you have to live like a homeless person, and you have to work for free and all of these things. But you do have to be a believer. You do have to go to church. You do have to, be a good person. Make that mindset shift from your old ways of eating rubbish foods, spending all your money, all of that stuff, and change your mind into eating healthy, working out, saving your money, investing your money, doing the best thing you can for your family as a man, okay? These are the key mindset shifts that you have to take, okay? So the scripture tells you that you have to get rid of your old corrupt self and its desires, okay? And you have to change into a new person, okay, first, before your life can change. And in Isaiah 30:21, it says, whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. Now, what that's saying is, if you don't know how to change, if you don't know where to change to, what mindset to adopt, where you want to go in life, pray and ask for God for guidance into you know, what he wants for you, how you can change for the better for him, to do his service, how to become a better person. I've done many careers in my life. I've worked in hospitality, I've been a personal trainer, at the moment I'm taxiing, and I'm doing YouTube, okay? But I have always had this calling, this always sense in my heart and in my mind that I've really wanted to be on camera, be on YouTube, help you guys. I've watched many YouTube videos, self-improvement videos, from different YouTubers, and I've always loved the information that they give. And then now, being renewed in faith and in religion and Christianity, I've had that calling even more to want to do it. I did do a bit before, you might have seen my old videos, but now I've really wanted to do it even more properly. And it's been that voice that I've heard in my head, you know, walking this way, as it says in Isaiah 30:21, you know. I've had this calling to do YouTube videos, so now I'm actually doing them. So point number 2 is about breaking bad habits. Now you got to realize that, you know, when you want to break a bad habit, again, it comes from the mind. And in Romans 12:2 it says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by renewing your mind." So do not be conformed by the pattern. Pattern is habits, daily routines, bad things that we do of this world, okay? Then you'll be able to test and approve what's God's will, his good, pleasing and perfect will. So what that means is that God has a perfect will, what he planned for us, what he wants us to do, and his permissive will. Okay, the permissive will is what he'll allow us to do. Okay, so when you have that calling, that real sense of, this is what I want to do with my life, this is my passion, this is what I love doing, like me with filming and YouTube and editing and all of it, I love it. That is probably, most likely, God's perfect will for me. He wants me to be on YouTube. He wants me to be giving you guys this advice. Okay, so his perfect will is what he's planned for you. His permissive will is what he'll allow you to do. So maybe you like filming, maybe you like being creative, but you don't go on YouTube, even though you've always had that sense of wanting to be on YouTube, but you're a bit scared. So instead of doing YouTube, you'll go do software design, or you'll go and be a videographer for another YouTuber. Okay, so that might be God's permissive will, where he'll allow you to use the gifts he's given you, but he will be allowing you in a way that's not what he planned, but he still allows you to do it. So breaking bad habits comes by transforming your mind. Okay, so you have to, again, make that mindset shift that you want to change from this person to this person, and you'll have that calling and that sense and that urge to want to change, but you know, sometimes you put it off because you're a bit lazy, or because you're a bit busy, or because you've been a bit sick, or whatever it may be. Okay, so when you have that urge, that's God's calling for you to change, and then you have to make that mindset shift, break bad habits. Also, it's not just about changing bad habits, but the bad habits come from the people that surround you. So you have to sometimes change your surroundings, whether that's changing city, changing your friend group, moving out of your parents' house, you know, breaking up a toxic relationship, whatever it may be. Because in 1 Corinthians 15 verse 33 it says, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." So you might be a good person, you might be hardworking, you might be wanting to make a good change, but all your friends smoke weed, or do harder drugs, or go partying every weekend, and because your friends go and do that, you then feel that peer pressure to go and do that with them. Okay, so what 1 Corinthians 15:33 is teaching us is that you might have a good character, but your bad company, your bad friends, they corrupt that. So if you've watched a lot of self-improvement videos, you would have heard plenty of times, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with most. So if you're hanging around with people who are partying, doing drugs, doing all that bad stuff, you're going to end up being the average of that group. So you're going to end up most likely doing the same as what they're doing. So if you want to make a change in your life, you're going to have to change who you're hanging out with, okay? Now sometimes that's really hard to do, but it's important, okay? If you really want to make that change, if you want to do better in life, not just God's calling, ideally that, because as good Christians that's what we're trying to do and trying to live by, but not just for that, but just for yourself in general. If you really want to make a change in your life, then you're going to have to change who you're hanging around with. And in James 4:4 it says, "You adulterous people, don't you know that friendship with the world means enmity with God?" That's a hard word for me. "Therefore, anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God." So, the point that I was saying before is you don't have to make these changes for God. It can be just for yourself to live a better life. But if you truly, want to know God, if you want to be saved, if you want to go to heaven, and if you might not be a believer in that, but you might have that fear in you of, is there something out there? I'd say go to a church or watch a couple of YouTube videos about Christianity and Christ and God and try to learn about it, because if you just conform to this world, then you're against God, basically. So God made this world, yes he did, and he made everything in it, all the people around us and everything. But the problem was sin entered to the world through the devil. So lots of people are sinning in this world. They're living through the world, okay? Doing what's normal, doing what's cool, doing what everyone else is doing, okay? And the problem with that is when you do that kind of stuff, you become an enemy of God, because you are then sinning, you are then not caring, you are not living righteously, you are not taking care of your body, you're not, doing the best for having a family, you're not using the powers God gave you to help the world. You're just doing degenerate stuff, okay? Pure rubbish. So if you're living through the world, then you're against God, because you're doing just stuff you shouldn't, okay? Like sinning, drinking, drugs, sex, all of that stuff, okay? So you have to choose which side you're on, okay? You can't be on the fence, you can't pretend you're a God-driven person and then go partying out every weekend. It does not work like that, okay? If you go and do it once, and you don't get completely smashed, and you don't do any other sin, you don't hook up with anyone, and you don't cheat on your wife or husband if you have one, if you don't do any of that, but you just go out and have a good time and have maybe 1 or 2 drinks, or don't drink at all, then that's fine, okay? I mean, we're supposed to enjoy ourselves as well a little bit. It's not like, go home, go to work, go back home, pray, go to sleep by 9 o'clock. It's not like that. You are supposed to enjoy your life a little bit, but it's just not living a degenerate lifestyle. So the third point is about being patient and consistent with whatever you want to achieve in life, whether it's to grow your body and improve it, to grow your money, to start a new career, to do good in the world, to get a girlfriend, get married, start a family, whatever it may be. All these good things, they all take time. As you've heard with any personal development stuff, if you're working for something that's worth it, it's going to take time, okay? So that's tip number 1. It's definitely going to take time, and you need to keep working at it no matter how long it's going to take, so that you can achieve that goal. And in James 1 verse 2 to 6, it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds." Okay, so that's the first bit, and that basically states that whenever you're working for something, there's always going to be problems in your life, or problems with whatever you're trying to achieve. You know, you're always going to have setbacks in business or in fitness. You might get injured in business, you might have a loss or a setback. So, you know, it's saying consider it pure joy, still push through it, see it as a challenge, see the benefits of it. Okay, in verse number 3 it says, "Because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." So that's saying, yeah, your challenges are going to make you stronger. They're going to make you want to work harder. They're going to make you push through them. And if you do push through them, you come out stronger on the other side. You know how to face them better in the future, and you'll be able to deal with them a lot better, a lot easier. And obviously, as you get to the next level, you're going to have another challenge, and it's going to be even harder, and it's going to be more setbacks. But if you face it with joy and know that it's testing your faith, testing your strengths, testing your capability, showing you your weaknesses, then you'll be able to improve a lot better and a lot faster, and you're going to have a lot less stress doing it. Chapter 4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Which again is talking about maturing and growing through the pain, growing through the challenges, embracing them and developing yourself, getting to a better version of yourself. Okay, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." So if you are fellow Christians, if you are in your faith, or you want to be, then if you are facing trials, if you are facing challenges, then ask God, pray to him. And it's not just a one-time prayer, "God, please, I have this problem," and you're done with it. No, you have to pray again and again, and truly believe, and ask for signs, and ask for a way of how you can improve, or how you can get past this issue. Many people are going to doubt you. Many people are going to tell you you can't do something. Many people are going to knock you down, especially if you're in faith. They're going to say, you know, it might not be good for you, or, you know, is it really true? And they're going to challenge you. In your business, they're going to say, that business ain't going to work. In your fitness journey, they're going to say, what are you dieting for? That's boring. You know, you're gonna live a boring life, and you know, you're not gonna enjoy it, and you're not gonna have any fun. And it goes back to the other tips where I was saying it's God and faith versus the world, and you have to pick which side you're on. Okay, it's the same thing with this. If you're looking to improve, if you're looking to develop yourself, if you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to grow your faith, if you're looking to get fit and stronger, any of those things, they're going to have challenges. They're going to have people talking stuff to you that is going to put doubt in your mind, and you have to push through that. Okay, and you have to put it aside and ignore it, and change your environment, change the people you're hanging around with if they are too negative. Because sometimes you can just push things aside, and sometimes things are going to get stuck in your head, and they're actually going to make you doubt yourself. So you have to see where you are on that scale, and if it's something that's too hard to handle, that someone's really negative around you and really against you for what you're doing, then you might just have to cut them out of your life. Verse number 6, "But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind." So what verse number 6 is saying is you have to ask God, but not ask him and then doubt whether he's going to be able to do it for you or not. You have to ask God and truly believe that it's already done. Truly believe that he is the one who is going to make it happen for you, that he's already made it happen for you, that you've asked, and that he's going to give you the strength, the power to make those changes when it is tough, that he's going to be there and help you and guide you, and that when you are lacking motivation, that you're going to push through it. You got to believe that. You can't just
ask and be like, God, help me with this. I hope it happens, but I'm not really too sure if it will. I'm not too sure if this prayer is going to be answered. Or, do you know what I mean? You can't doubt yourself. You got to go strong like an arrow, straight, and you got to pierce through it and believe that it's done, that it's going to happen. And then in Galatians 6:9, it says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And that is the consistency bit. So with YouTube, I wasn't consistent enough. Well, I was for a year, but then I stopped. So if I had continued making videos before and had made one every week as I was for 3, 4, 5 years and been consistent and put more videos out there, one of them might have, then struck good with the algorithm and would have given me views and subscribers and all of that stuff. Okay, but I done it for a year. I wasn't really growing. My videos, at the time they looked great, but maybe they weren't. And I struck out. Okay, and because of that, I then gave up, and I didn't persevere and pierce through like an arrow to reap the rewards of the harvest in the end. Okay, so what Galatians 6:9 is saying is keep consistent at it. Even when you're not seeing results, persevere, keep pushing, keep on making the content, keep on doing the workouts, keep on eating healthy, keep on, marketing your business and putting it out there, because you will grow. Try different things, but all around the same goal. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results, that is the definition of insanity. Sorry if there's too much background sound on this one now because it started raining. But tip number 4 is about choosing righteousness, doing the right thing. So what that means is that if you're trying to achieve a goal, make sure it's a goal that is righteous and that is fair and that is honest. Not idolizing money, for example. If you want to start a business, yes, we all want the business to be successful and to make money, and we want to, be able to live off that income, of course, because otherwise, it's not going to last very long, and we're not going to be able to sustain it, okay? But the end goal shouldn't be to make money. And if you've watched entrepreneurial videos or biography videos or books about business people, they always say, from the ones that I've seen and read, don't focus on money. When you choose your why are you starting the business? What is your mission? It's to help people achieve something. It's to help people to do this job easier. If it was, for example, if you created an editing software, your mission would be to help people to make their videos better with easy to use tools. Or if it was a doctor, your mission might be to help guys to improve their health so that they can live longer and provide better for their families. Or if it was, for example, my YouTube channel, my mission is to help young guys on their self-improvement journey, and now with faith to help improve themselves and to help guys to become true men and grow in this world, because I believe that this world's becoming very feminine. Guys are becoming very feminine. They're losing their masculinity. They are unfortunately becoming weak and soft and entitled, and guys need to basically grab their nuts and become real men. And sometimes you need a little bit of help, a push and a guidance from someone to help you achieve that. And the Bible talks about being a man and being masculine and protecting and providing, so it all ties into the same mission. But speaking in that, it's, you know, if you're starting a business, make sure it's not something illegal like selling drugs because you want to help people get high, because that's not right. And it says in Matthew 6:33, which is my favorite verse so far out of the whole Bible, it's, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." So basically it means seek to do God's will. Remember what we talked in the previous points about his permissive and his perfect will. Try to do his perfect will as best as you can. Hear his voice, hear what he wants you to do, what's his purpose for you in this life, and try to achieve his perfect will, and he will give you everything else, all the success, money. Not that you should idolize it, but it will bring you benefits and success and money and a good fruitful life. In Proverbs 16:3 it says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do and he will establish your plans." Again, as long as it's not sinful, as long as it's not illegal, as long as it's not immorally wrong, as long as you're not stealing and ripping people off, if you commit to the Lord what you're doing and ask him to guide you and to give you success in your business, in your career, in your fitness goals, whatever it may be, he will give you that. Okay, he will give you that, guys, as long as you are doing right by him and you are doing it with the right intentions. Again, not idolizing money, not doing it for the money side of things, not trying to become rich and, you know, live through your flesh and live for worldly desires, not because you want the Lamborghini and the mansion and the hot girls and you're gonna end up having 10 girls in your bed every night, because that's, you know, a sin, and God knows what your intentions are. So you can try and BS him all you want, but if you're going to pray and ask for success so that you can then do wrong and not live righteously, then he's not going to provide it for you. And then Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6 is, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will make your paths straight." So again, it's about leaning on God, trusting him, and remember, like I said before, it's not about praying and being, "God, I hope you can do this for me. I'm not too sure if it will be okay or not, if it will work out or not. I'm not too sure, but I hope it does." No, you got to pray and believe that it will be done, okay? That the success will come, that you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. Sorry guys, it's getting a bit intense, the rain. But yeah, as long as you believe and pray that you can achieve it, and truly believe with all your heart that it's going to happen, then God can make it happen for you. But if you're half praying, half believing, half hoping, then it's not going to happen. And if you're doing something illegal and immorally wrong, or for bad intentions, bad reasons, in the end, once you do achieve your success, and God can see if your success is going to go to your head and you're going to, you know, then start living a bad life. He knows all of this. So you got to make sure that you're going and doing it for the right reasons and in a righteous way.
Tip number 5 is that you still need to put in the effort and you still need to work hard for what you're trying to achieve, okay? God's not just gonna give it to you just because. Colossians 3 verses 23 and 24, it says, "Whatever you do, work with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." So it means that when you're working for your goals, whatever you're trying to achieve, you got to put it into perspective that you're working for God, okay? You're trying to do a service to him, trying to glorify him, trying to promote him, okay? You're trying to improve yourself and do what he wants you to do. So work hard, okay, serving God, but also at the same time you're doing the best for yourself, because any loving father, as God is, would want his children to have the best for themselves, okay, and to work hard and to make something of themselves. So in that case, you're making something of yourself and you're working hard to improve yourself in his name. And Ecclesiastes 11:6, sow your seed in the morning and at the evening, let your hands not be idle. For you do not know which will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both will do equally well. So what that's saying is, try many different things, okay? Try something for a while, and then try something else, because you never know what might happen when you're doing these things, such as the YouTube videos. It might be successful, it might not be, but then I can use this and make Instagram reels, and I don't know where the success is going to come from. It might be from my YouTube channel, or it might come from my Instagram reels, okay? But if I keep working hard at it in general, from one way or from another way, success will happen. Could be in both platforms, okay? Could be one helps the other, but that's the whole point of it, is working hard to ensure that you're, giving your best self. The idea is that you're working hard to give yourself the best chances of success, okay? So make sure you work hard, work diligently in the morning as well as in the evening, so that you are setting yourself up with more opportunities to have success, and so that you can reap the rewards in the future. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a lot of information out of it, and I'll see you in the next one.